Namaskar, all my dear students, viewers, and all my dear teachers. I am Imran Khan, an assistant professor in English in OM Institute of Engineering and Technology. First of all, I welcome all of you on behalf of Gujarat Technological University. And as you all know that this university has taken an initiative that is GTU Active Learning. It is an initiative that has begun since 2012. I am extremely happy to inform all of you that more than 140 lectures have been delivered through this initiative. I warmly and I very heartily welcome all the viewers, and I congratulate Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Akshay Agarwal for this wonderful initiative. You would be happy to know that today is a very special panel discussion for the first time GTU has organized, and we are going to discuss today a very important topic, that is the problems and remedies of teaching English to the technical students. And for this particular panel discussion, today we have 4 experts from 3 different colleges of Gujarat. I would be very happy to introduce on my right hand. Today we have with us Mr. Mihir Dave. He is an assistant professor in Marwari Education Foundation's group of institutions. Thank you so much, sir, for coming here and being with us. Then we have Miss Pooja Mehta. She is also an assistant professor in English in Marwari Education Foundation's group of institutions, Rajkot. We have with us today Miss Bheda Jagruti. She is an assistant professor in Eli College, Morbi. Welcome, ma'am, for being with us, and thank you so much. And we have Miss Dhwani Vaishnav. She is also an assistant professor in Shantilal Shah Government Engineering College, Bhavnagar. I warmly welcome all the experts coming from 3 different colleges for this particular discussion. And as we all know that by now GTU has delivered only lectures, but this particular panel discussion has especially been organized and thought of to look into the problems. So first of all, I would request all our experts to throw some light, the introductory remarks to start the panel discussions. I would request Mr. Mihir Dave to start. Please, sir.
Thank you, Khan sir, for this introduction, and it is really an honor for all of us to have this platform, because it has been discussed over a period of time and again. The only problem is that it is either overestimated or underestimated. So maybe it is for the first time that we have come to a platform to discuss the specific problems that we face in GTU and technical education, and what are the possible remedies. And maybe I think it is for the first time that we are taking part in a discussion where the actual people, those who are working at the ground root reality, are here to face. So what they have been doing is they're discussing the problems. So what I would do is I just list out and point out some of the problems that are obviously faced by most of the practitioner of communication. Now, very first obvious problem is that the majority of students, those who get admission in engineering colleges, are from vernacular background, and as we all know that degree at least is an English medium course, and as a result they have this shift from Gujarati medium to English medium, and they found it kind of uneasy, and that's why you must have noticed that many of the students get ATKT or say backlog, at least in CS, physics and maths. And because of this, GTU has also launched a very good say initiative called Bridge Course that is working at its own, but still language has its own problem. That is the very first issue that we are facing. Second issue is in terms of an environment, because see, any language cannot be learnt in isolation. It is always contextual, and here the context is somehow missing, because a number of CS faculties may be 1 or 2, but as compared to the technical faculty, and the contact hour that the students have is not up to say the extent that is required for a language acquisition. So that is another problem in terms of an environment that is needed, which also can be pointed out, where the students are exposed to CS for the first semester, and then throughout their engineering they are not directly exposed to language acquisition or language say learning, and it is only at the last semester, 7th or 8th, that they again become conscious of language because of placement and other issues, wherein they are expected to speak their technical knowledge into say a language which they are not very comfortable with. So these are the couple of issues that are the one that start all the way back to their high schooling, wherein English say was not either taken too seriously or taken too lightly, and both create equally disastrous results. So these are some of the problems that we see, and I'm sure that some of us would come up with some kind of remedies that we all have practiced, and I believe that it would be of a great help to all of us as a CS fraternity. Over
Thank
to
you so
you,
much,
sir.
sir. Pooja ma'am.
When we talk about problems, what I feel is the problem starts with the curriculum and curriculum design, and here lies the root of the problems. English is taught in the name of communication skills. There is a syllabus, there is a course, and it's been taught in first semester to this technical students. Now, when it is a matter of language, there has to be a continuous development, there has to be a continuous learning. Well, in technical education, it doesn't happen because of the syllabus, because this communication skills is just covered in first semester. Now, students, as Mihir sir rightly pointed out, that at the end of their study in last semester, 8th semester, when they are preparing for their recruitment process and all, they realize all of a sudden that now it is a tough time, we are not able to communicate, and it is because of lack of communication skills. But the thing is that if here lies the problem, like in curriculum, if it is added at the intervals, then it will be helpful. So in curriculum there lies the problem.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Jagruti ma'am, please.
I would agree with Mihir sir and Pooja ma'am, because in case of government institutions and as well in all SFI and government institutions, it happens that in first semester communication skills is given one lecture and 2 laboratory sessions, whereas simple lecture method will not help to improve their communication skills.
Very true.
Second thing is the students, when they get admissions in either in government or in SFIs, the background of the students as well as the schools from where they have passed, that matters a lot, because sometimes in each and every institution we have students who are getting 45%, as well as there are some students who are very good with their language.
Okay.
So this is one of the problem where the knowledge level of the students is not the same, and each and every student is treated in the same way.
Okay.
So the methodology or the implementation of the course becomes a problem for a while.
Okay. Dhwani ma'am, how do you look at this particular issue?
Yeah, exactly, as very rightly pointed out by my other colleagues. The issue why we need to discuss problems and remedies of teaching English to technical students is that first thing, I suppose they take this subject very lightly. They don't realize the importance of the subject or the language at the initial level. So first and foremost issue is, along with curriculum design and proper exposure and environment to the students in the college, is that the utility purpose as well as the proper orientation of the students should be there in a very precise and detailed manner. Also, it has been asked many a times that what is the need of technical education students to learn communication skills.
Okay.
So if we take basic scenario, there even the textbooks and references would be in English. So better they are good with communications, just not for the job purpose, but to present themselves better in the current and modern scenario.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have a list of so many points and issues that all the experts have pointed out, and they have drawn our attention towards. I would request Mihir sir to put some light on the one of the points that, sir, many of us have already faced. I myself teaching English to the diploma students, so this many problems or any one of them even I am also facing, or maybe students are facing. Would you please throw some light on any one problem that, say, vernacular background of the students? So how do you look at this particular issue?
True. Now, see, when we are talking about teaching language to a students, or for that matter any learning, there are basic questions, and what the problem begins with when we do not ask the fundamental question. As Socrates rightly said, that if you don't ask the right questions, you obviously not going to have the right answers. So the fundamental question would be what, why and how. Say if I am to learn English as an engineer, why should I learn it, right? And what are the ways in which I can have it, and of course how would come to all of us, that how are we going to teach them. But are they clear with their why question, that why do I need to learn English? Basically, I am going to work with machines, I am going to work with the technology. I need to know the technical part of it and technical vocabulary, which is enough. Why do I need to communicate in English? So when these points are not clear, then obviously they are not going to take interest, as Dhani ma'am and many other faculties are complaining that technical students show a kind of less interest in the language and the humanity department as such. So where lies this thing is that orientation, when we talk, is in terms of making their why very clear, that language is not a separate subject, right? If you say that, okay, I am not going to communicate, it's not the separate thing. We do communicate. In fact, technical students are expected to be better communicator, because ultimately it's not only to work with the machines. They are supposed to communicate whatever technical knowledge they have to their peers, to the technical surrounding. So there, how to communicate well would be of a great help to them, which is mostly understood as that only for the placement and interview I am going to have this, and once I am in, then I no longer need say particularly hardcore branches such as civil engineering or mechanical engineering, where they are supposed to work with the machines and with the kinds of people around them. They may not speak even Hindi, and therein they come up with this pretext that English is not necessary actually, more than you just pass through the interview and that is enough. So there we need to come up that as an engineer, it's not only that you are going to work with the machines or in the factories. You are also expected, and you can go for CEOs, you can go for executive jobs, wherein your language would matter the most. It's not only that you are going to say maintain the machines, you are also going to prepare the reports, we are also going to prepare the kinds of proposals, and for all these purposes you are going to need language, be it written language, be it spoken language. Another myth that is around the language acquisition is that people think that this written communication is fine because I can crack exam, so my written communication is not a problem, which is a big myth that they are having. It's not the case. When we come across the actual communication of the people in the field, we realize that they have the biggest problem, in fact, in written communication. So these are the kinds of myths. If we can communicate to them in orientation, and if they are rightly oriented, then it will obviously work. And for vernacular background, you need a consistent at least couple of years effort in order to acquire a language, which is obviously not possible with 6 month time, which is roughly what one semester goes. So there what we need is, as ma'am rightly, Pooja ma'am rightly pointed out, that we need continuous evaluation, which is possible. That why don't you introduce the component wherein not CS as a separate subject, but whatever technical presentations you have, why don't you also add a component called communicative skills, which would be asset, that you spoke well, you are very clear with the technical concept, but you could have said better. Why don't you work with communication? So this orientation has to be done, and I think that would be a well beginning, and as they say, well beginning half done. So then I think that has to be done at the first level, because if they come up with the orientation that it's okay to go without language, then I think it would be a
right. I would go to Pooja ma'am, but before, as you rightly said, that for this particular vernacular background, the students who are coming from the background where they don't have, I mean to say, they have not much exposure to English as language. But do you really think that this orientation kind of thing will really work, or it will really improve students' awareness and exposure to means English as language? Means how do you look at this particular orientation? Would you please make some more clarity to what the way you will go with ahead?
See, when we talk of orientation, what we mean specifically is that there point of journey is very clear
Okay.
from the day one.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
I am an engineer. I am not supposed to write novels in English, and that's fine if I cannot write novels.
Okay.
Which is not expected.
Okay.
But what is expected is that as an engineer, I am supposed to write reports. As an engineer, I am supposed to write proposals also.
Okay.
And I am supposed to read proposals also and understand for national and international publication, for national and international talks that are there available in English. So if my skills LSRW are not developed, I am not going to have it.
Okay.
And the worst part would be that technically I'll be very sound, and just because of my lack of communication, I may not go out of my comfort zone, which is mostly Gujarat. I'll never go out. Why? Because outside Gujarat I'm expected to use say English language. So this should not happen, and when you make these things clear from some real life examples, then I guess it will work well.
And from day one.
From day one, and
Okay.
why part should be
Okay.
made clear.
Okay. I would like to ask Pooja ma'am, since both of you are working in the same organization in the same college. Sir rightly said that this what, why, and how. And you, in the beginning of your remarks, you began with the syllabus.
Yes.
Do you really see any kind of link between this syllabus point and what sir said?
Yes, there is a link and it is interconnected.
Huh.
And it's not that just I see the link. If students
Yes.
are made
Yes.
to see the link, that there is a
Yes.
link,
Correct.
then it would work. That syllabus, for example, how they are going to face life, and the syllabus which is designed, syllabus which they are learning, if they find the link, here lies the orientation part. If they
Yes.
are oriented properly, then they'll have a very clear picture. Why am I learning? What am I learning? At the same time, in the course of the learning, teacher also would be in a position to assess that are the students learning or not. They are learning what they are learning. At the same time, students also will be very clear that okay, this is what I am supposed to learn. Am I able to learn or not?
True.
So this orientation is very important. At the same time, with the orientation, if syllabus is designed in such a way, then it is going to be helpful for them. And when it is a matter of language, as sir also rightly pointed out, that it is a continuous process. Just in 6 months, one cannot learn a language. So you have to have patience. At the same time, if communication skills as a course, if it is introduced in second year, third year at
Correct.
intervals,
Yes.
then they will have touch of English language
Okay.
throughout their learning, throughout their technical education.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dhwani ma'am, I would like to ask you.